How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, as we are on episode number 3 for season 4 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is the harsh light of day, and yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, because last episode was pretty fun stuff. It was continuing Buffy transitioning to UC Sunnydale and her adjusting to this new era that episode 1 already established, as well as episode 1 seeing Buffy try to find her mojo back in her slaying privileges, because there was a bit of difficulty there as she was adjusting to everything, but thankfully she got her mojo back. But last episode was very intense, and I think that's a bit of an understatement considering how Buffy and Kathy basically went to war. And then it was revealed that Kathy was a demon. You just hate that when that happens, like when your roommate is a demon. But she escaped her dimension, and now she's been brought back, possibly being grounded for wanting a life in college. And Buffy now has Willow as her roommate, who is like a billion times better, because A, she doesn't steal Toodles like Kathy did. No, but in all seriousness, we all know Willow is an adorable cinnamon roll, and we just cherish Buffy and Willow's relationship so much. So I think Buffy won't be having any roommate issues. I don't know, she did steal her sandwich, so that's how this rivalry starts. So yeah, no, but I'm really excited to see what this episode has on offer. So with that said, let's get into episode number 3 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is the harsh light of day. Let's go.
You're always so funny, Willow. You haven't changed a bit.
No, you neither.
Oh, maybe a little.
Yeah, she is. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. I'm gonna kill you, Harmony. Oh, she got a bit.
Back off, Harmony!
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Hide behind your boyfriend. But guess what? I have
Stake
a boyfriend
her,
too.
Oz.
And he's gonna be mad that you were mean to me.
Boyfriend's got bad taste.
Nervous to ask you to go to the party at Wolf House tomorrow night. Do you want to go to the party?
You didn't even let him finish. Yay!
I'm not enjoying this.
Well, show them correctly.
I'm enjoying the ship.
I don't get your crazy system.
My system? It's called the alphabet.
Kind of snake, remember? And there's the whole you used to be a man-killing demon thing, which, to be fair, is as much my issue as it is yours.
I mean, yeah.
Can't
but...
stop thinking about
See?
you. Sometimes in my dreams, you're all naked.
Really?
Okay!
You know,
TMI.
if I'm in the checkout line at the Walmart... Hey! Hi, remember Harmony?
Willow, I love you,
Summer
but...
vacation, and she's a little different. Different. Paler.
Is your neck okay?
Neck. Paler. Puppy, the angry puppy.
Yeah, we came to warn you about the angry puppy.
Must be like the most tolerant guy in the world. Hi, baby.
Have to put up with Harmony. Spike! Spike, you back, but why are you dating Harmony?
Take me out to eat.
He's perfectly fresh.
I think I had a math class with him last year, and I didn't like him that much then either.
Tom.
I want to go to a party.
She's like a spoiled... Oh no.
Oh. Right here, baby. In front of Brian.
You'd like that.
Hi, I'm Parker.
I like him. He's got, what's the word? Vulnerability.
And you with Harmony. What'd you lose a bet?
Hey.
Actually, how we met, it's a funny story, really.
She left him for a fungus demon. That's all he talks about most days.
We are going.
We're keeping this discreet, Harmony.
It isn't time yet.
Yeah, but as soon as we have the gem of Amara, you're gonna be so what? Ow!
Harmony, you are... Oh.
I have cran apple.
All right.
You know, it is customary to call before you show up. Not that.
Yeah,
Holy
Spike with harmony. You can believe it.
Is Antonio Banderas a vampire?
No.
Keanu Reeves, maybe.
Can I make...
We've got an extra set of chains.
Ew. Just because Dorcas went in for that...
Oh, God.
Drusilla.
Whatever.
Say a name.
Dorcas.
Bite your tongue.
Do it for me.
No, 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 no. Not my ship.
You and he used to, like, go out? Or...
No. No.
Would be like, I wouldn't be seen dead with him.
Good. Now, we have time to make up for.
We need a kiss.
I think I could get it. What are you doing?
Making a choice.
And I'm happy for her. My heart. Choo choo, let's go.
Oh, one more thing before I go.
A kiss?
Well, I was going to go with pants, but, kiss is good too.
Yeah, a kiss wouldn't hurt. Aww. I like this. Oh, they got it on, okay.
Good work.
You love that tunnel more than me.
I love syphilis more than you.
Oh my God! Did Harmony just get dusted? Holy damn!
Good morning.
Giles. I didn't know you were here.
Oh, really?
I was, studying.
Happy if from this point on I heard bugger all about sodding France.
Oh.
I don't know why I let you be so mean to me.
Love hurts, baby.
Seems like Spike wasn't necessarily too happy about moving on, but he thought, why not?
Take it! Take it! Take it and get out!
That's a good idea.
So Harmony had it all this time. So that basically removes the weaknesses of the vampire as well. Like a dampier as well.
Things in records right now.
More important than this one?
I suppose an argument could be made for...
Whoa, Giles has a TV. Everybody, Giles has a TV. He's shallow like us.
I gotta admit, a little disappointed. I mean, it hit me hard, you know? My dad. Since then, I just don't put stuff off anymore.
Parker!
It's about living for now.
Parker?
Buffy. Buffy Summers, this is
Son
Katie
of
Loomis.
an ass.
What's going on? You had fun. Is that all it was?
What else was it supposed to be?
It seemed
Parker,
like...
piss
liked me.
off.
I do. But I'm starting to feel like you thought that meant... what? Some kind of...
You gave us
commitment?
hope and you tore it away.
Was it Look, I really have to go now.
Should have had it stamped on your head. I am not looking for a relationship. That ship's broken apart.
Parker, wait. I did this all wrong.
No, it's cool. We'll hook up later.
Well, that was pathetic.
Ooh!
Gem.
Oh yeah, the gem of Amara.
Bloody hell.
Official sponsor of my killing you.
It's not gonna happen, but I just love Spike.
Would have given him anything he wanted.
He was my platinum baby and I loved him.
Where did Spike go?
Harmony. I mean, I hate you, but at least you cared for him. I was gonna say, this is on campus, isn't it?
Slayer?
This is.
Get out of here!
Take it off me this way. We both burn.
Really? Let's see.
Oh no! Poor Spike.
Essentially unkillable. Oh.
Yes, yeah.
I have that gig in LA. I could swing by.
Yes, he did mention LA.
What's going on? What's in LA?
She's giving the ring to Angel. Don't make a fuss.
Yes!
Buffy, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm 100% certain.
Right?
I'm your friend. I would call you repulsive in a second.
Just thought you wanted a. You just wanted a
Maybe
chance.
Parker and I could still work it out. Do you think that we could still work it out?
No,
I think you're
he
missing
wasn't.
something about the whole poop head principle.
I do feel bad for Harmony, not gonna lie. Nice. Like, honestly, I do feel bad for Harmony because as much as I don't like her, and as much as, like, she can sod off, especially with what she tried to do with Willow in the beginning, she did care for Spike at the end of the day. Like, there's no denying that. I don't think anyone's disputing it, but I think for Spike, he just wanted to try and move on, but isn't currently enthusiastic. He's trying to move away from Drew, so yeah, and him and Harmony, not really the best of matches, but I really loved the relationship theme in this episode, with Anya and Xander, Buffy and Parker. And they all feel different in their unique way. That's the best thing as well. Like, they all feel different. They all have some kind of different outcomes. With Spike and Harmony, things are just not working out. With Parker and Buffy, there was misinformation, especially on Parker's end, because Buffy wanted one thing and he wanted the other. So, and he didn't say anything. He just thought, okay, well, I can decide what's best. So, yeah. And it looks like things are blossoming between Xander and Anya, but Anya thought that, okay, well, if we just have sex, then maybe these feelings are going to go away. They don't. They're not. You're in love, girl. So, I love how different the relationships are in this episode. Spike coming back was awesome. And I'm glad they are giving the ring to Angel, because this changes everything. I even mentioned it in one of my Angel reactions. I think he's going to be able to somehow be able to walk in the daylight and not suffer. Like, he's still going to be a vampire, but he's going to be removed of the disadvantages a vampire has, like the stake, I guess, with the ring, and being able to walk in the daylight. And now this ring gives you that opportunity. So yeah, I hope we do see Oz in, like, I don't know if there's like any kind of crossovers. I know that the show does follow in sync. Like, for example, if I watched Angel episode 3 or whatever now, and then this episode later, then things would be a bit muddled up, I'm assuming. But I'm not so sure if I am positive there might be like 1 or 2 guest appearances on Angel, and maybe vice versa, like characters on Angel appear on Buffy. But it would be very, very great to see Oz on Angel, especially if he's going to interact with Angel, because I liked that with Buffy when it was just him and Buffy, because we never got that before. So Oz and Angel would be pretty neat. But yeah, this was pretty fun. I loved this. I think this is my favourite episode so far. Again, whenever we get to this point, it's not saying much. 3 episodes out of 22 is not really... is not really telling, like, oh, this season's going to be the eighth season of them all, but I just really loved how returns happened and how new concept for vampires can arise, and just the relationship dynamic. It was a pretty fun and juicy episode, I feel. So, that was a fun episode for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I loved how it turned out. It was just a wonderful exploration about how sex was used in all of the couples and how it affected them in different ways. Yet, it brought them to the same conclusion where they all felt dejected, but they all, like I said, they all had their differences. You saw, and it's funny because I feel like Harmony and Spike and Buffy and Parker's feelings, they kind of match, don't they? Because both Harmony and Buffy hoped for something brighter with their partner, but their partner wanted something more. For Spike, he was basically using Harmony as a device to try and move on from Drusilla. And he didn't really love her, did he? So, like, this is the thing. I'm not Harmony's biggest supporter. Bitch to Cordelia, bitch to Willow, and, yeah. But you do feel so bad for her. I don't think there's any denying that you do feel bad because she wanted one thing. Yes, she might have this obnoxious character about her, but her feelings aren't invalid, and she actually, she wanted that relationship with she wanted a nice happy life with Spike, but Spike was more fixated on the gem, and he was okay with using Harmony at the end of the day, because that's what it was. He was just using her. The only time they got really intimate was during sex, and then once that was over, it was back to work on the gem. Apart from that, he displayed he displayed disgust to Harmony. He wasn't her biggest fan, so you do feel so bad for Harmony because she does have feelings for Spike. Like, she's like, I guess part of that obnoxious to me, like, people might love her character, but part of that, I guess, obnoxiousness, because that's just my opinion at the end of the day. I think it's like her trying to fight for that attention. She just wants Spike to pay attention to her, but Spike isn't budging, so she's trying everything in the book to try and have that affection from Spike. And at the end of the day, he's just using her, so I do feel so bad for Harmony. But yeah, as well as Buffy, of course. And what I really loved about Buffy's Buffy's story with Parker was that it continues this like new adjustment for Buffy. At first episode, we had the second episode as she was adjusting to Kathy. This episode, she was trying to adjust to having a relationship other than Angel. She was trying to find someone else because her feelings for Angel has always been there. And I think that's evident with the fact that her first instinct was to give the ring, once they retrieve the ring, to give the ring to Angel. Because whilst they're not in a relationship anymore, they still do care about each other. So I really liked the idea that she did that. And she tried to move on with having a relationship with Parker. Sadly, Parker just wanted sex. So, whereas Buffy had feelings there. So, and I really liked the talk that Buffy had with Willow at the end, where she was talking about, like, we make mistakes, and Willow was like, he's manipulative, which he was, because he didn't specify what he exactly wanted. He just assumed like he can make the best decision, like he's the one that can make the decisions for his partner. So yeah. And yeah, Buffy thought that she could be happy, but I guess the saying is there's plenty more fish in the sea. I hoped Parker would be great, but no, he's just sleazy. So yeah. And then there's Anya and Xander as well, which I guess has a bit more of a positive outcome because like whilst Anya was still using Xander to a degree, in the hopes that she could get over Xander, she actually does feel for Xander at the end of the day. So, like, she has genuine feelings. So whilst, you know, they still, like, Anya still used Xander, in a less malice method than Faith did, should I add, she still has those feelings. And and this is the thing, she's still adjusting to human emotions because of who she is. So her feelings are in a bit of a muddle, and she doesn't know what love it really feels like. So this comes as a big surprise to her. Yeah, I really loved how all those elements did come into play. I do feel bad for Xander as well, though, because I think he does want that meaningful relationship when it comes to intercourse, but whilst like this approach was not as forced as Harmony, it seems like he does want that and is growing in character whilst he's still maintaining some mannerisms. Like he said, I'm going to sound like a girl, but I actually would like something, in layman's terms, which, like, it makes your eyes roll because that's not a girly feeling. That is love, and yeah, like you don't have to genderize it. So yeah, but I really liked how the relationships were touched up upon in this episode. We had also a bit of like Willow and Oz as well, like not as much as a focus, but it's so great seeing them together and Oz protecting Willow from Harmony. So yeah, like that bit where he talked about LA, I was thinking, wait, what's going on there? Because Angel's there, and of course that comes into relevancy with the ring, which is a really, really interesting device in terms of like being a game changer for like vampires. It kind of makes them vampirish. If people know what that is, it's basically like a vampire, but they're able to walk in the daylight and they don't need blood to feed on. So yeah, but yeah, it like as soon as we found out what effects it was doing, I just love the fact that Harmony had it all this time as well. But as soon as you found out the effects of what it could do to a vampire, it prompted me to think, well, this would be beneficial to Angel. So thank goodness that they managed to come up with the fact that, okay, Angel should have this. And like I said, it's nothing to do with the fact that Buffy still misses him. Like, she does genuinely care for him. So, yeah. She does miss him, of course, but they have to move on. They have to move on with their lives. So, yeah, this is more about, I'm still going to be a good help to Angel by giving this to him, and this will help him out with what he's currently got going on. So I really love that. I'm loving the fact how they're bridging both Buffy and Angel at this point, because in Buffy's first episode of season 4, you had that phone call. It was revealed in Angel that it was Angel calling her, and now we've got this game-changing ring, and that's going to go on to Angel surely. So yeah, so that's really, really good stuff. I liked the fight with Spike and Buffy in the daylight. It was pretty great stuff. It was great to see Spike return as well. Was not expecting that. I was not expecting him to be Harmony's boyfriend, so yeah. But like I said, this was a way for him to try and move on from Drusilla, and their relationship really got ugly because that's the end of the day. Spike was using Harmony, so yeah, I really loved that shot where all three of them are like in different regions within the same screen, and yeah, how they're just reflecting about how sex has kind of like damaged them in their hopes on pursuing a relationship, or has damaged their like thought process, I guess, because Anya wanted to get over this, but it turns out that she might have feelings. So yeah, whereas both Buffy and Harmony wanted to get closer to their partners. They wanted to pursue that relationship, but the other was like, yeah. So yeah, I thought this was a great episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm really loving where season 4 is going. Parker is a pisshead. Like, I hate him. I was rooting for this relationship, but hate it. Yeah, this was great. I loved this episode for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so it was a phenomenal episode and a good inclusion of season 4. So awesome stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!